Hello everybody, I'm the Doom Gamer, and now we're finally doing a top 10 on cringe gaming. Let's get started. For this top 10, I've selected only a few scenes from series that may seem scary at first, but soon become cringe later. Number 10, the Indiana Jones series. The Indiana Jones series is one of the most memorable Spielbergs ever to be on screen. Plus, with its violent deaths to the Nazis, this series is one of the best action-packed action-adventure movies you can get. Now, we're only going to talk about the 4. Yes, we're even going to talk about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and we all know how cringy that one was. So we all know in the first one, when the Nazis opened up the Ark of the Covenant, and suddenly they get exposed to death. Oh great. We get to see two guys' faces melt right in front of our faces, and one guy's head explode. Wow. At first, this may seem scary at first, but suddenly, you get to watching it over and over and over and over and over again, and then you realize it's cringe. It's just a watch. Next is Temple of Doom, which is a direct prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark. But what was so scarring about the Temple of Doom? Well, do you remember the sacrifice scene where that lead guy, the leader of the Temple of Doom, takes this guy's heart out and then burns him alive? At first, as a kid, this freaking scared me half to death. But then I watched it over and over and over and over and over again until it was just plain cringe for me. The last one was probably the most cheesiest one. Well, the third one's probably the most cheesiest. Remember that part in The Last Crusade where they had to pick the Holy Grail? Whoever picked the wrong one died, and whoever picked the right one will live forever? Well, it somehow made it onto this list. When the Nazi drinks from the wrong Ark of the... No, not that one. Holy Grail, he ends up aging rapidly and suddenly turned into just some dust and skeleton remains. This is probably the cheesiest and cringy moments of the series. The last one, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, is where a guy from the Soviet Union is being attacked by giant ants. No, not the kinds from the 1940s. I'm talking about just the tiny ones from MacGyver. I mean, they go into his mouth, crawl out of his nose, crawl out of his ears, and then eat him alive. Yeah, that's the kind. Number 9. Amityville 2, The Possession. We all know that the Amityville horror series is based upon, well, most of the hauntings at the Amityville horror house. The second one, however, is cringe. Basically telling the story of the DeFeos and what happened there when they were murdered by Ronald DeFeo Jr. with a .35 caliber rifle. So, he ends up shooting everyone in his family, but they're somehow all awake. And how is this cringy, you ask? The movie got it wrong. Always. Number 8. Child's Play. I'm just talking about the whole series itself. Child's Play is one of the crappiest movie series I have ever seen. Even though it was made by United Artists and Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, they're known for making films like Rocky, Carrie, and many other successful classic films. But how could they screw this series up? Well, it was bought by Universal Pictures. Oh no. They're tending to ruin series. So, this whole series is just cringe. Just cringe from the start to the end. Number 7. Rick's Death, Friday the 13th, Part 3, in 3D. In Friday the 13th, Part 3, we all know Rick, the guy who had his head squished until his eyes kept flying, until his eyes flew out. Well, how was this cringy, you may ask? The film wasn't even in perfect 3D. So, almost everybody who died in the third one mostly got shot in the eye or had the eye get shot out. So, poor cringe 3D. Wow. Number 6. Halloween 6. The Curse of Michael Myers. Now, when this dad comes home from his job at the police station, he comes home to find his house empty. And suddenly he goes into the basement because the power had immediately shut off. So you want to know what Michael Myers does? He comes out of nowhere and starts electrocuting the guy on the electric box until his head literally explodes. Okay, out of the worst effects I've ever seen from any movie, this has to be the worst. It's just like, bruh, how could you screw Michael Myers up? He doesn't do that. He only did that in Halloween 4. Wait. Just hold on a brief second. Just think of something cringy for a while. Okay, number 5. Now we're going down to some cringe here. Try to think of it. Sheesh. Oh yeah, Superman. Oh, Christopher Reeve in a Superman costume. Now, we all know that Christopher Reeve was okay with showing a little sex once in a while, including in Superman. If you didn't know, Christopher Reeve didn't care if he showed off his testicles and nuts. Well, cringe. Cringe, just cringe. No, I'm out. Nope. Go on to number 4. Nope, no more. Nope. Number 4. Marty McFly wearing purple underwear. Now, who wears purple underwear? Do you? Do I? Does anyone here? No. That's just for wussies. They don't get it. Like I do. No. They have to wear the purple underwear. I'm just wearing plain black underwear. Number 3. Now, before I move on with number 3 through 1, just reminding, these are really cringy. Besides the Superman one. That was sincerely cringe. And that's what cringe gaming is all about. Cringe. Number 3. Benji. Just the dog its frickin' self. If you never heard this movie, it was a film made back in the 1970s about a dog named Benji and saving the world. What? Honestly, this series doesn't... I don't get it. It was made into feature motion pictures, And it's even in its own TV series. How's this dog even famous? It's just a dog doing tricks. It's seriously cringe. I recommend watching it if you want. Cringe. Seriously. Number 2. Before I mention this, you will obviously be cringed to death. Now, we all know that. Now, if you haven't heard of this movie, Porky's, from 20th Century Fox, there's a part in the movie where one guy literally puts his dick through a hole, and then the gym teacher, which is a female, and she grabs it. Yeah, that's just seriously cringe. No lie. I've seen the movie Porky's. It's obviously horrifying. Number 1. And the number 1 biggest cringe of all in movies had to be the Land Before Time sequels. Seriously, Universal Pictures only needed one Land Before Time movie, that's it. But then they just continue making sequels after sequel after sequel after sequel. Seriously. It's like the Friday the 13th movies. They're making continuous sequels that nobody asked for. Like Jason Takes Manhattan, which was mostly on a boat. Then in Manhattan. So, this has been my top 10 cringiest moments or things or scenes in film. If you want to see more top 10s, you're going to have to wait, buddy. Or live streams, you're going to have to wait for that too. And most everything you're going to have to wait for. But top 10s we can do for now. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the Doom Gamer, That One Stick Figure, and Cringe Gaming. And leave a comment down below. See you around.